What it do, what it do. Welcome to another one over here, Game Chopping TV. Tap in, like, comment, and subscribe because we're chopping this game over here, man. Had to tap into this one, man. This one here is, a little bit of a crazy story, which is the reason why I had to tap in. So you have Shakia Trayvon Jenkins. Okay. And so the way this goes, okay, so this is crazy. So I guess she lives in Houston or from Houston, but so I think it looks like she was born in, because this is kind of a Florida story. So I guess she was born out there in Miami-Dade or something like that. She was born out there, and I guess she now lives in Houston or had been living in Houston for a while. But the way this kicks off is basically, I guess she still hung out with people out there in Florida. Still went out there to go and visit and blah 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 and chill and hang out. So it's this other one female that she knew that they met on social media in 2023. The other person from Florida. So they became friends, and I guess around sometime in 2024 they was at a Valentine's Day party. Had a little argument, blah blah blah. Basically, they weren't cool anymore, so they weren't friends anymore. They had an issue with each other, things like that. And so it looks like there was they happened to bump into each other at a dance club somewhere in Florida, basically. And they, started arguing, and you know how that goes. People coming around, and people, it's just disrupting the whole scene. And they get kicked out. They get booted out the club. So they, I guess they already mad and everything. They decide to go and meet up at a place where they could scrap. And it happens to be a 7-Eleven on at 690 Northwest 79th Street in Liberty City neighborhood. Those in Florida may know what that is. But this is, it's actually, you can see that right there, the 7-Eleven. So I guess that's the location that they met up and started scrapping at. So they started scratching. While they scratching, the victim says that she started feeling something sharp poking her in the face and everything, you know. And so I guess after all that was over with, she realized that, hey, she was being stabbed. So, what she did, she drove off and went straight to the police station, and was, I guess, reporting everything that happened. And then at the same time, though, the suspect, the person that's doing the stabbing, this Shakia Jenkins person, she goes to not Twitter but Instagram Live and all that, and starts saying things like, I stabbed that HO, call me Chucky, call me Michael Myers, taunting things like that, you know what I'm saying? And that was the victim's proof to, that's why you see her right here in this jumpsuit. That's how she got arrested, because her basically admitting it on social media and teasing and taunting the person that she stabbed, because of course they were still, I guess, social media friends, so she was able to see that post. Yeah, so that's what it says that she said, and that's the crazy thing about it for me. It's just like, dang, you stabbed this person like this during the supposed to have been a scratching, and then go to social media talking about, call me Chucky and Michael Myers. They said that she said it twice. And then she was like, I guess during the lives, like, I have to go to the airport in a minute. So I guess she's going back to Houston then, not too long after that. She was saying that on her live stream. Let me see, what else she say? And then I guess they say they heard, the police were saying that they heard her saying, okay, who else wants, who wants to be next to get stabbed or something like that, yeah. Then calling herself Chucky Michael Myers again. Let me see. Then I guess what she did, showed on Facebook stream. Yeah, so basically she went to Facebook next, did a Facebook stream talking about the situation, basically saying, B, I ain't sorry, B, at all, and she'll do it again. And then she told the people in her live saying that she wished that she would have unalived the victim. And then says she would have been smiling happy in the mugshot, knowing that, you know, she good and unalived and not coming back. Dog, your kids would have been on the news crying, HO, authority said Jenkins can proclaim. They would have been setting up a GoFundMe. I would have been happy because guess what? I would have accomplished. Okay. Post saying she boarded her flight, says she's okay, so yeah, even when she did land back in Houston, I guess, from the flight, she was like, damn, I wish it was a little sharper. And put a sad and praying emoji. Okay. So then, she would. So then they said that she went and changed her profile picture of the photo. Of the photo of the McDonald's worker who stabbed her boss. Or that made that TikTok about her boss being so bossy and all this and that, and how she didn't like her boss and she went and stabbed her boss. So she changed her Facebook or social media emoji to that girl. So she was like going all out with it and teasing and stuff. So let me see. Then added, let me see what she said. I don't even have an appetite. I thought that HO was going to be the appetizer. I wish that HO would have died, been unalived for real. Adding that she wished she would have finished her off and told the victim that she was really going to unalive her. So it says that it appears that Shakia Jenkins ended up making her way back to South Florida at some point, and I guess that's where she got arrested or something like that then. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy work, though. I mean, she went through all that. Her social media was just, after that situation, she didn't let up. She was trolling hard, saying that she would have unalived her. Whereas the victim didn't meet that same energy. She went to the police and tried to, handle it, the legal way, I guess, after getting poked like that. I mean, but that Jenkins one, boy, that's, I don't know what they could have been arguing about. What could be that serious to crash out like that? And then just, you trying to impress the audience, or you trying to, what are you trying to do? What are you gaining from that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. But then they used to be friends on social media. That's a different day and time that, I had never really just, meet friends on social media and become friends in real life like that. But in today's generation, I guess these apps offer, all of that type of stuff, and people use it that way. But you look how long that lasted, because they was friends in 23, and in 2024, all this happened. Well, they weren't friends in 2024, and in 2025, the altercation went down, and she poked her up. Like I say, what is that? What is this about? Did somebody steal someone's life savings or something? Was it really that serious, or is it just the anger for the moment? Good grief, it's way unnecessary. You going way out, you putting way too much time into nothing. Because the victim had already called the police and went straight to the police. You setting yourself up for a prison sentence. And then claiming you're a killer. Oh, I'm Michael Myers. Oh, I'm Chucky. Come on. But, that's why I had to really drop on this one. Because I'm like, sheesh. You can tell when somebody's defending themselves. Because, when you just defend yourself, you don't mean to do it. There's no bragging on it. It's like, hey, you shouldn't have went that far. You know what I'm saying? But this person here, they was going to go meet up and scrap anyway. She already had it on her mind, and she's poking. It's like, dang. And then go to social media bragging about it and teasing her, and then putting that McDonald's worker up who stabbed her supervisor. You trolling for real. It's not that necessary. Who are you really trying to impress or get kudos from on that? Did you please yourself? Come on, man. But that's crazy work to me, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, though, man. Did she go too far? I think of course. Because if you don't, if it's fair game and you just defending yourself, you're not going to, you don't brag about stuff like that. You have to beat somebody down with a bat. You don't say, "Oh, I'm Willie Mays or Barry Bonds or somebody, Babe Ruth." You know what I'm saying? Now if a person's trying to, break in your stuff or whatever, rob you, whatever it is, then you beat them down. I mean, I could understand you bragging on something like that way, even so, I don't feel like that's a situation to even speak on too much either then. But I mean, that makes sense more than versus somebody that used to be your friend. You poke them up and then brag to social media about how you're a killer now you want to kill. I mean, come on. Like, come on. But different strokes for different folks. Telling what's going on in that person's mental. I mean, it happens all the time. Stupid stuff. You never know what people own and they they're capable of. And I mean, but it's just a thing that they used to be your friend. I mean, that's the thing about it. Friendships now, it don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, people forget. It seemed like people could be friends one minute and then something goes sour. It's like, forget it all. You know what I'm saying? Just forget it all. Because it's like, well, nothing in the person mind says I'm not going to I'm at least get him a fair one and chunk hands. You know what I'm saying? We at least gonna throw hands because we were friends. But but then maybe she looked at it as hate. She might have something, but she didn't. You know what I'm saying? Friendship is very disposable nowadays. There is no, hey, remember when we used to, yeah, and those were the good times, yeah, it's none of that. It's none of that no more. Damn, like I say, for the sake of her used to be her friend, you'd think she at least just gave her fair one with the hands. Let that be, because we was cool at one point. You go your business, go on about your business, I'm going to go on about my business. But I don't, like I said, what could that have been that you want to wish unaliving somebody for? And all that she did was went to the 5-0. So she's not like, it's not like she said, stay right there, I'm going to go get my people and we going to come back and we going to splatter you. Okay, well now you, okay, well, we're talking business in a way. We're kind of cooking. But, that, the way that she went with things makes it seem like you were the aggressor and you started everything and you were the one that was more violent out of all this. And you might have been the one who was jealous and started the whole thing or whatever. Because what was y'all really arguing about that was that bad? But it is what it is, man. But, I had to definitely speak on it. Let me see. She faces written threats to kill or do bodily harm, all in the fact that places she's been convicted of granting dog. So, and it looks like, heck, so she's not new to the bull crap because I guess she had been convicted of what? It says grand theft in Florida and fraud in Texas. So, I mean, it's, my take, I think she's the aggressor. She's probably the one that started it and everything else. Because what are you that mad about? You want to wish that you unalived that person if y'all was just supposed to scratch real quick. But anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Y'all agree with me on how people don't value, just camaraderie anymore or anything? I mean, good grief, just throw it all away and just throw your own life away at the same time. It's like, but anyway, man. If y'all know anything about this, speak on it. Let me know, son. Let me know what y'all think too. Do you just do that? Do you do that? You whoop somebody, stab somebody, whatever, go to social media and brag on it? Keep taunting them? Come on. What more do you want? I mean, sound like you got the upper hand on the fight, or was you getting beat up and you had to grab something? I don't know. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments, man. It's another one over here, Game Chopping TV. Tap in, like, comment, and subscribe because we are chopping this game over here, man.